Morning guys, it's a new day. Absolutely stunning one at that. Look at that, not a cloud in the sky. So we've come about half hour out of Mount Isa. We're gonna go looking for some monitors. There's a few species here. There's Ackies, Storii, and Gleba palma, the black palm rock monitor. Wouldn't that be incredibly amazing to find? That would just blow me out of the water. We've just got out into this rocky habitat. You can see the sort of stuff. There's Spinifex everywhere, rock stacks, and over the back are some huge rock stacks. So we're gonna do a bit of bush bashing and try and get over there. Now they're the three species which are going to be amongst the rocks predominantly. But out here there's also Tristis. They could also be amongst the rocks. They're also a tree dwelling species. We'll just see how much luck we have, eh? Since being out here just for a day, you can see why the Tristis orientalis is so abundant out here. That these trees are just everywhere. You can see there's a hollow there, cracks there, cracks all throughout here, which those monitors will get in. They'll utilize that. They'll come out for a bath, duck back in, thermoregulate. Just perfect habitat. You can see all these big rock stacks in the distance. Absolutely perfect for rock dwelling reptiles. There's Egernia species out here. HOSMER'S skinks, that's what they are. They dwell among these rocks. Hopefully we can find something. It's about 25 to 28 degrees right now, about 10 AM. Beautiful conditions. Just got a HOSMER'S skink just ducked into this crack. See if we can have a look at him. So in this crack we've just spotted a HOSMER'S skink. You can see how tightly they wedge themselves in there. So you can see he's got those backwards facing spines, which prevents a predator being able to pull him out and have him as a snack. Also prevents us pulling him out and having a look at him. Yeah, it's a beautiful day for it, so we might have some more luck and find some more around. There you go, just shining my torch in. And see how distorted and wedged in his body is. An absolute crevice specialist. Look at that. Zero way he's getting out, and he is safe as houses. This landscape is just incredible. Not like anything I've ever seen. Just that one HOSMER'S skink. Not too sure where everything else was. I know people have found the Gleba palmas here, a heap of HOSMER'S, but yeah, not much luck. As usual, I never have any luck, but that's okay. We might come back this afternoon when it's starting to cool down. Might head back into town now, head out to Lake Moondara, have a bit of a look around during the day because we only looked there last night, and yeah, we'll keep on going. Just walking through the botanic gardens in Mount Isa town here, and there's these little HORNE'R'S dragons. They're just blitzing around everywhere, but they're so quick. They stand up and they run on their back two legs. It's absolutely hilarious. They'll run a few meters and they'll wave their arm at you, run again. You can't even get close to them. Not only that, also there was a piece of tin laying in here, and I flipped that and there was all these, I think they were tree tellers or something underneath, but they were blitzing around too. Couldn't get a good look at any of them. I'll see if I can see any more of these Horner's dragons for you guys. Look at the length of the tail on these little dragons. It's very, very impressive. He's not hanging around. Just come back to Lake Moondara, have a bit of a look around during the day, maybe find some spots we can check out tonight. Just opened the door, went to go for a bit of a walk, and got these fellas here. Good crocodile food. Definitely no croc expert, but I think a spot like this might really be perfect for tonight. The main lake's out there, and then you can see the cutout through the two, I don't know, through the two mountains, like the canyon there, comes into this place where there's the more shallow water. There's gonna be smaller food sources and whatnot for our little baby crocs to find. And yeah, we might have a bit of luck finding them in here, hopefully. I still do want to see a big mama or a big daddy though, but I'm happy to get close to anything. Alright, we're back out at Lake Moondara tonight, guys. Gonna see what else we can come across. We've got our first lizard for the night, our first reptile. It's a little Burton's legless lizard. So another legless lizard. Just like our Delma we found the other night. You can see how long and pointy these guys' snouts are. Such an interesting looking species. Looks quite different to the ones I've seen around home in Sydney. We'll do, there's a bit of embankment down here with some more asphalt for him to warm himself. Let's send him off down here. There you go, buddy. That's safer than the road, my little friend. Off you go. All right, see what else we got. Another snake, what do we got? Another sharp-snouted Delma. Same as last night. So there you go, the two species, there's probably more, but two species of legless lizard done for the night. Hopefully the rest of the night will be snakes. Off you go, off the road. Away you go. Keep going, off the road. I don't want to come back and see you here. Off you go, see you, buddy. Was just about to jump back in the car. I look up. A tawny frogmouth watching over me. What are you doing up there, bud? That's a tawny frogmouth. Commonly mistaken as an owl. They're actually a bird. And look at him. They strike the funniest poses, but they just blend in like no other. Like nothing else. They just look like a stump. spotted our first little crocodile for the night, little freshwater crocodile. You can see him floating just here. Tiny little fella. Terrible footage, he's disappeared right out in the water. But we'll see if we can find one a bit closer. We've finally got a gecko, guys. This tiny little guy, a little Spinifex. It's a phasmid striped gecko. A tiny little strop. How gorgeous is this animal, guys? And you can see just here, that goop on the end of the tail. That goop on the end of the tail there is a defense mechanism for some of the Spinifex species. So basically, if a predator animal finds this guy as food, he can excrete that little gland. I just had a smell of it. It doesn't smell the greatest. And I imagine it wouldn't taste the greatest either. Once the predator gets that taste in his mouth, he'd then drop the animal, and this guy is then free to run free and escape. But how about those gold lines up the side? This is a beautiful little gecko. There you go, you can see the size of him there. Tiny. Let's get him off here, off the road, and he can keep going. If he wants to. Go on, buddy. Off you go. Off you go. There we are. What a bloody cool little species, hey? So those little gecko species are known to live in Spinifex tussocks. And right behind where we found him, look what we got. Huge tufts of Spinifex. There would be plenty of those guys out amongst this, but they're so small and hard to spot.